Who's ready to play? Simon Says Extreme! Simon Says everybody hop to your feet because Simon Says this game is starting right now. You know the rules. You have to do whatever Simon says to stay in the game. Simon says if you don't do what Simon says or you do something Simon doesn't say, then please take a seat. Simon Says nod your head if you agree. Simon Says give me a thumbs up if you're ready to play. All right, everybody, put your hands down so we can get started. We'll give everybody a pass on that one because Simon didn't say you can put your hands down. From now on, though, if you don't pay attention to what Simon says, you can keep playing, but please take a seat. Okay, Simon Says put your hands down. Simon Says raise your hands. Simon Says wave your hands. Simon Says put your hands down. Simon Says put your hands up. Put your hands down. Looks like we lost a few people there. If you put your hands down, you're out. Please take a seat. Okay, Simon Says put your hands down. Now wave goodbye to everyone who sat down. Oops. If you're waving goodbye, Simon Says you better take a seat too. Simon Says everyone clap your hands. Simon Says stop clapping your hands. Simon Says jump up and down. Simon Says stop. Simon Says clap your hands. Stop! Okay, if you're not clapping, you are out. Simon Says stop clapping. Simon Says we're gonna go really fast now. Simon Says raise both hands. Simon Says put both hands down. Simon Says raise one hand. Ooh, did you do what was on the screen and not what Simon says? If you put two hands up, you're out. Simon Says put your hands down. Simon Says hop on one foot. Now stop! Oops! If you're not still hopping, please take a seat. Simon Says stop hopping. Simon Says clap once. Simon Says clap twice. Simon Says raise both hands. Simon Says put both hands down. Simon Says raise both hands. Ooh, that was tricky. If you put only one hand up, please take a seat. Okay, final round. Simon Says raise one hand. Simon Says raise the other hand. Simon Says wave both hands. Simon Says put your hands down. Simon Says put your hands up. Simon Says clap your hands. Simon Says stop clapping. Simon Says put your hands down. Hands up. Ooh, if you put your hands up, you're out. Simon Says if your hands aren't up, you can take a bow. Congratulations if you stayed standing for the entire game. Simon Says, give yourself a round of applause.
I keep swinging for the fences. It's like this heart is defenseless against a passion that's pumping through my veins. Blood, sweat, tears, it's a calling. And if I can't walk, then I'm crawling. It might flicker, but they can't kill the flame. I can't stop, I can't quit. It's in my heart, it's on my lips. I can't stop, no, I can't quit. It's in my heart, yeah, I'm all in. Till the wheels fall off, till the spotlight fades, I will lift your banner high. I will lift your banner high. Until the walls crash in for the rest of my days. This ain't religion, it's devotion. 3, 6, 5, every minute, every day. So in the middle of the madness, they can stretch me out like canvas, but I ain't ever gonna fit in their frame. I can't stop, I can't quit. It's in my heart, it's on my lips. I can't stop, no, I can't quit. It's in my heart, yeah, I'm all in. Till the wheels fall off, till the spotlight fades, I will lift your banner high. Lord, I'll lift your banner high. Until the walls crash in for the rest of my days. I'll lay it all on the line till the day.
Till I die and they put me in the coffin. Don't matter if I'm on the road or if I'm recording. Tell me what you think about me, that really ain't important. You know I'm a representative, I ain't playing, can't afford that. I only got one life, I'ma get it though. And this is not an act, not a movie, not a TV show. I don't know what quit me, I don't never take it slow. You know I'm on the grind, me and Toby in the studio. Do it for the king, what you know about that? Say you going harder, yeah, you say you doing work, but you asking where the couch at. How you doing work when you asking where the couch at? God is not a crutch, you can use them when you wanna. You only look to heaven when you going through some drama. And when they going through some problems, that's the only time you call them. I guess I don't understand that life. Wonder why, cause I'm all in to the day I die.
Till the wheels fall off, till the spotlight fades. I will lift your banner high, Lord, I'll lift your banner high. Until the walls crash in for the rest of my days. I'll lay it all on the line. Till the day I
Welcome back, superheroes. For those of you who are new, my name is Director Stone, and I'm the supervisor at Hero Headquarters. I'm very pleased to tell you that Energizer Woman was able to remove the De-Energizer-O-Matic from Hero Headquarters before anyone was drawn in by its comfort. She even managed to trap Dr. D and Poof inside the De-Energizer-O-Matic, foiling their plan to cause villainy in the city and take over the world. You've done a great job spying on Dr. D and Poof, so I'm sending you back into their evil lair. Just remember, as superheroes, we don't always know how a mission will end. You may find yourself in situations where you have to trust God and have faith in Him, so make sure you keep that in mind. Alright, heroes, if you're ready, let me hear you say, "Let's go!" Superb! I'll activate the invisibility shield around you so you can enter the evil lair. Be ready to report back everything you see.
Invisibility shield activated. Invisibility shield deactivated.
Welcome back, superheroes. I hope you learned some valuable information while in the evil lair today. Now, are Dr. D and Poof scheming to take over the world? Of course they are. Are they launching a new invention toward Hero Headquarters? They aren't? Are innocent lives at stake? Oh no. Are we under a time restriction? Is it less than 5 minutes? There's only one place the villains would send something to endanger innocent people, and that's the Capitol building. I'm not sure what we're up against, and from your information, it doesn't sound like we have time to figure that out. But I know exactly which hero to send. Her name is Adopt-A-Girl, and she can adapt to any situation. If she was drowning, she would turn into a fish. If she was falling from a tall building, she would turn into a bird or kite. Adopt-A-Girl doesn't always know what's coming at her, but she does know that God's power in her will give her the faith to trust Him no matter what. I'll send her now.
Adopt-A-Girl has been deployed.
Great. In the meantime, let's take a closer look at her file. Iris, what does Adopt-A-Girl's file say about where her inspiration comes from?
Adopt-A-Girl reports that her inspiration comes from a series of newspaper articles featuring the heroic actions of a brave woman named Jochebed, retrieving articles.
King decrees Hebrew baby boys to be killed. God's people, the Hebrews, are working as slaves in Egypt. Sources say the king is greatly threatened by their growing number of people. Latest reports show that the king has made a decree that any Hebrew baby boy is to be killed. A local Hebrew woman named Jochebed has recently given birth to a baby boy. Because of the king's order for every Hebrew baby boy to be killed, Jochebed was thought to be hiding her son in her home. But recently, Jochebed was seen putting her baby boy in a basket and placing him in the Nile River. This goes against the king's decree, which means that if the baby is found, he could be killed. A young girl named Miriam, who some say is the baby's sister, has been seen following along the river, watching the baby boy. Jochebed doesn't know what will happen to her baby, but we will keep you up to date on the latest news. Princess finds baby. Today, the king's daughter found a crying baby in a basket floating down the Nile River. The baby is believed to be the same baby placed in the river by Jochebed. Although this is a Hebrew baby, the princess has decided to keep him. Baby returned to mother. The princess has decided to keep the Hebrew baby who was found floating down the Nile River. However, the princess is not able to care for him since he is so young. Miriam, the baby's sister who followed him down the river, has stepped forward and offered to find a Hebrew woman to help care for the baby. Reports indicate that Miriam has taken her brother to his mother, Jochebed. An inside source claims that Jochebed will return the baby to the princess once he is older. The princess has decided to name him Moses. We look forward to keeping you updated on the latest news about this special baby.
Thank you, Iris. I do love the story of Moses. His mother, Jochebed, had great faith and placed him in the river, even when she didn't know what would happen. She was able to trust God no matter what. So I'm sure you can see why I chose Adaptagirl to combat Dr. D and Pook's villainy.
This just in, Director. Adaptagirl has succeeded in battle against Dr. D's random thing generator Omatic. Adaptagirl fought against a dust attack by shape-shifting into a giant feather duster. She also became a garden full of roses to combat a hidden stink bomb.
Adaptagirl had faith like Jochebed, and she trusted God even when she didn't know what would happen. Well, heroes, today has been another success. Until your next mission, remember, God's Spirit is in you and is more powerful than the one that's in the world. Now go and be victorious.
Marco!
Polo!
Marco!
Polo!
Oh, hello there! Of course, Kablooey, I'm Kapow, and I'm always ready. In fact, ready is my middle name.
Marco! Polo! I win, right?
With me, you're always a winner.
Speaking of winning, do you know what time it is?
Game time! We don't know what the villains are up to today, but a good superhero is ready for anything, even if they don't know what lies ahead.
So true. When you're a superhero, anything can happen.
To be ready for this kind of mission, we need super faith, and God's power in us gives us faith to trust Him no matter what.
To test your super faith, today's game is called Pick a Card, and it's sure to keep you on your toes. Here's how to play. We'll need 2 superheroes.
Each superhero will have a turn to pick a card. Kablooey will have 2 types of cards to choose from. A question card,
Where you'll have to answer a question.
or an action card.
That's when you'll do cool superhero moves.
Now, when you pick a card, you won't know if it's a question or an action. That's where faith comes in. You can trust God even when you don't know what lies ahead.
That's right, and for every right answer or action, you'll get points.
Each superhero will have 3 turns to pick a card and answer the question or do the action. The superhero with the most points is the winner. Let's demonstrate.
Okay, here.
All right. The card is a question, and this is worth 10 points. Here is that question. What is the name of the director of Hero Headquarters?
Oh, I know, pick me.
Shazam, you picked the question.
Oh yeah, right. Well, the answer is Director Stone.
That is correct. Please pick your next card.
Okay, eeny, miny, mo.
All right. You have picked an action card, and this is worth 5 points. Here is your action. Show us your best superhero pose. Super pose, Shazam!
Yay! You know, this is a really hard game. Not knowing what the questions or answers might be and all.
Exactly. As superheroes, we don't always know what is going to happen, but we do know that God's power in us gives us faith to trust Him no matter what.
You're right, Kapow. Without God's power in us, we wouldn't have faith that we could beat those villainous villains.
Exactly. Superheroes, your mission is clear. Go and be super.
Hey, Kapow, before we leave, I have a card for you. And it's a question. What is the Special Ops Game Team motto?
That's simple, Shazam, but code dictates I cannot say it alone. Say it with me! A game a day keeps the villains at bay!